And so, off the tip, it's New Orleans. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Wynn in at the center, filling out the middle.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Cullen passes to Jones. Lets it go from deep. And Ware pulls it down. Wiggins kicks to Hero. Jones against Adebayo. Back to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Wiggins from outside. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Here's New Orleans. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Jones, no one around him. Drills it from outside.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Shot's good by Hero.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Olynyk. Stolen by Hero. And here's the fast break. Adebayo leading the way. Sweet little floater.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
The Heat making a switch here. Marquez is checked in. McCollum against Mitchell. McCollum passes to Murray. And again, New Orleans has no luck. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. On the wing, Mitchell. Marquez the pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jones. Back to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Mitchell passes to Hero. Yep, that one goes in there. Hero's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Olynyk has the open look. No good on the triple. The Heat have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Inside. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
And the Pelicans miss again. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for the Heat.
In for the Heat, number 55, Duncan Robinson.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Murray. Sinks the triple. Murray's got 6.
Oh, that's a nice looking 3 there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Robinson left side. Back to Mitchell. Outside Robinson. Jaquez with the screen on Murray. It's deflected. Here's Robinson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 3. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Mitchell is out there with Robinson. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jaquez in at the 4 spot. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
4 on the clock. Back to Robinson. Misses the layup. Pelicans trail by 5. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. On the basket by Jones.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Mitchell kicks to Ware. Back to Mitchell. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Cullen passes to Jones. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the 3 or they develop them into three-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year they were 4th in three-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
There's Brown with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Eldorado bounce pass. Here's Boston. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Then for the Heat, Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Davion Mitchell. To the paint. And there's Hero. That's good on the assist by Rozier. And that's now 6 points for Tyler Hero. There's the pick. And it's Eldorado in the corner. Six to shoot. From the arc. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Lets it go with a three. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Williamson looking it over for three, and Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. Here's Rozier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's an 8-point Miami lead.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
.44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rozier into the lane, and he banks in the layup. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
Brown the pass to Williamson. Back to Brown. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Brown's got 6. 19 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
4 seconds left. And Hero with the layup. 8 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's the Miami Heat ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You got to like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Williamson out there with Brown. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Adebayo with a screen for Burks. To the inside. Rozier. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Here's Boston. Burks covering. And that one's good, Boston. Boston's got his first 2 points.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Jaquez outside to the middle. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Just 5 to shoot from downtown. Burks pulls it in. The Heat leading by 10. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture with the Miami franchise from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Now, here's Rozier. He's defended by Eldorado. Jaquez can't hit.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Here's Brown. Jaquez with the steal. And now here's Rozier, the fast break champs. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The lightning quickness of Rozier proving how dangerous he is when the break is on.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Heat, Wiggins is checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Rozier. McCollum kicks to Jones. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Heat leading by 9. For 3, Mitchell. Burks dishes to Ware. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Highsmith. Connects from three-point range. Highsmith's got 5 now.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
McCollum. Rebound by Mitchell.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Wiggins from outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. Right side, Jones. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Jones nails both of them. 1:06 left here in the third quarter. Stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Wiggins passes to Ware. Wiggins. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Highsmith. 5 points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Now here's Wiggins. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Pelicans trail by 12. McCollum outside. Driving to the basket. And he lays it straight in.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. We've got Hero. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Mitchell. And it's Wiggins in its small forward. Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Jaquez against Jones. Back to Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hero. That 3 off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Jaquez finds Hero. Back to Jaquez. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Murray. From deep. The offensive rebound. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
McCollum against Mitchell. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jones, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Hero passes to Wiggins, and there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. It's stolen by Jones.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball. Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Hero kicks to Wiggins. Mitchell outside. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Hero with the screen on Olynyk. Clock is at 3. And Adebayo throws it down.
And great ball handling and control on the move. A couple things that elevate Adebayo as a big man.
Mitchell against McCollum. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Here's the 3. Pass to Murray. Puts up a 3. Miami grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining.
On the wing, Mitchell. Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 12-point Heat lead. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length The guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Adebayo passes to Jaquez. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. .55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And then Jones with the jam.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And the Heat making a change here. Ware's checked in. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Adebayo kicks to Hero. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Takes it off the glass. To the left side wing. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team shooting for Miami.
He makes the second free throw, and that will put them up by 9. And he cannot get the third one to drop, going just 1 of 3.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
A 3 off the inbound, misses there. And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
take a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 slot. Now here's Siakam. And Mathurin gets it to go on the assist from Siakam.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
McCollum into the lane. Takes the 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Mathurin, Turner, and then Turner with the dunk.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Turner can always wow you with a highlight play, but Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the 3. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
Now here's Turner. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Willie Green and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and Coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
Thank you for that, Allie. And so it's New Orleans with it, following the bucket by the Pacers. Murray from outside, can't get it to go, missed his first one. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Mathurin, three-pointer, counted from distance. Mathurin's got 6 points.
That corner 3 is the shortest 3 you can take. Mathurin taking advantage of that.
Pass to McCollum. Jones sets a screen. Shot to stop the run, and C.J. McCollum with the 3. 6 points for him.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Siakam with a screen on McCollum. It's tipped. Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Pass to Turner. Now Mathurin, clock at 4. He takes it in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, this is Mathurin at his best. Driving hard to the cup and finishing in style. Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Now here's Siakam.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the first. Lets it go from deep. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Pelicans trail by 6. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. Jacks up a 3.
Boy, good contest that time by Halliburton. A combination of quickness and length allows him to defend at a high level.
And here's Turner from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Turner's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Pass to McCollum. The 3 ball. The rebound by Turner.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. On the wing, Mathurin. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Off target from outside. Pelicans trail by 11. Olynyk for three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Indiana's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Mathurin passes to Siakam. Back to Mathurin. The three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Mathurin's got 13.
And right now, Mathurin is on a roll. This young guy continues to do whatever he wants.
Jones up top. Pass to McCollum. Fires the three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Indiana. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
You know, something else they've done really, really well, and I know the analytics don't support it, but they've made the most out of their mid-range jumper opportunities.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. 6 to shoot. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Turner. Olynyk with some nice D.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
There's McCollum with the 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Kicks it out to Siakam. That shot missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. Pacers leading by 5. Siakam the screen. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. There's the triple. And Indiana misses again. New Orleans has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Here's Jones, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Siakam looking it over. Siakam with a screen on Olynyk. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Turner, and he hits the jump shot. Turner's got 7.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
McCollum against Halliburton. Good work there as it goes. 11 points in the game. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
3 on the clock. From the wing. Turner, no good. Here's New Orleans now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Jones finds Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. The drive by Murray. An open look for Olynyk. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Olynyk's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, you look at him, he's a quality floor general who knows exactly how to dish the ball to his teammates. Murray, nice job there running the offense.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Olynyk with a screen on Halliburton. On the wing, Murray.
Hey, yo, right here.
Back to McCollum. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
A new lineup here for Indiana. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Alvarado's checked in for C.J. McCollum.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
New Orleans in the lead. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. And Bryant, here we go. Outside Neesmith, looking to end the run. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Neesmith's got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Williamson. Brown, a screen on McConnell. Outside, Brown. Pass to Boston. Clock at 6. It's Brown on the wing. He's marked by McConnell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. "20 seconds left in the first half of this game. Toppin with it. That one goes in. Now it's a three-point Indiana lead.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And here's Brown for three. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Pacers out in front, up 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's...
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, in the first half, he taught a class on how to make your teammates look good.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
They've got Bruce Brown. He's out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Alvarado in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. Neesmith passes to Bryant. Another 3 for Indiana.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. And he lobs it up top, and stolen by Alvarado.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Pass to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Now here's Neesmith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And what hustle from Zion right there. Just outworking everyone on the offensive boards.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Here's Boston. He's marked by McConnell. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by McConnell. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Toppin. McConnell outside. Pass to Bryant. Neesmith with it. Here's the screen by Bryant. And Neesmith good for 3. And it's a 9-point Indiana lead.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
Top it inside. Covered by Williamson. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Pass to Toppin. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Make some noise with those hands together for your team.
Robinson Earls checked in for Zion Williamson.
Number 50.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Bryant. Here's Neesmith. Six on the shot clock. Bryant, the pass to Neesmith. Fires for 3. That one no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
1:36 left in the 3rd. Here's Robinson Earl, guarded by Toppin, and stolen by McConnell. And they're pushing it up. And here's Shepard for 3. And Indiana misses again. Pelicans trail by 9. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
So Bruce Brown is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter. 3-pointer, Halliburton. They get it again. Outside Mathurin. Back to Turner. Here's Halliburton driving to the basket. Yeah, nice take by Halliburton.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
And he jams it home with authority.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Nembhard outside. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 6. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Over Olynyk. Another one falls for Indiana. From deep 3-point range. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. but it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the one. Murray from outside nails it from three. Murray's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Halliburton. Halliburton goes up top to throw it down.
High energy throw down that time by Halliburton. Not wasting any time or motion.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul so far.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Halliburton punching in. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And it's a 12-point Pacer lead.
Remarkable judgment in the pick and roll. Halliburton reads these situations extraordinarily well.
Here's McCollum. Rejected by Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. For three. McCollum pulls it in. And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Uses the glass on the layup.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Pacers leading by 10. Siakam outside. Turner passes to Siakam. Back to Turner. Mathurin with the ball. There's a screen by Turner. Pass to Siakam. And stolen by Jones. Now the Pelicans in transition.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
On the wing, Murray. He's guarded by Nembhard. Here's Olynyk. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Here's Nembhard. Count that one. And the Pacers lead by 8.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
The drive by Murray. Jones from outside. Buries it from 3.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident, because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this, because he's looking to dunk it home.
Halliburton against McCollum. There's the 3. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
You watch McCollum, and he just oozes confidence.
Indiana leading by 4. Pass to Turner. To the middle. Nembhard outside. From the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in the game. Jones, the pass to McCollum. And another one falls for New Orleans.
Well, McCollum, just so competitive. He never gives up on the play or his team.
Pass to Turner. Back to Siakam. Takes it inside. Rebound by Olynyk. New Orleans has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. McCollum, pass to Jones. The kick to Olynyk. To the inside, Murray. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. 27 seconds left in the final quarter. 6 to shoot, and there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team foul.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
And a huge shot from Matherin. This guy has ice water in his veins.
Olynyk with a screen on Halliburton. Outside Olynyk. Pass to Murray. Back to Olynyk to take the lead. No good from three-point range. And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
What a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the point.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Burks. The tray. Connects from three-point range.
Burks takes no time getting that shot up, ready on the catch.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, you need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Outside Mathurin. Turner finds Nembhard. Turner with a screen on Hero. Back to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, this is where Miles Turner excels. Set the screen, roll to the basket, make sure your hands are up and ready to receive.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Here's Halliburton, following the score by Miami. 5 on the clock. Siakam misses. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. There's the drive. Burks the pass to Wiggins. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now, here is Halliburton. From outside the arc, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
Back to Burks, and he jams it with authority.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Mathurin passes to Turner with the fadeaway. And again, it's Indiana.
Well, this is the versatility that Miles Turner brings to the table. A big man who can knock down shots from the mid-range.
To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line, so those numbers are always going to be positive.
And Hero drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. Turner comes with the double team. Ware passes to Hero. .50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down low. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Mathurin. Halliburton in the corner. Indiana moving the ball around. Turner passes to Mathurin. Pass to Nembhard. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Jaquez outside. Adebayo finds Jaquez. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Okay, fans, time to get on your feet and make some noise.
Burks for 3. Rejected by Halliburton. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat out front. They're up by 5. Let's take a quick break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. Miami leading by 5. Outside, Hero. To the inside. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Hero's got 7 points in the game. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Here's Hero, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Halliburton finds Turner. Here's Siakam. 6 to shoot. Turner with a screen for Siakam. Over Adebayo. Misses off the right eye. The Heat with the lead. Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey. Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish?
Here's Halliburton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Jaquez.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Now, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Turner with a screen for Mathurin. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mathurin's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And with an update from the sideline, Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Fires for three. Miami grabs the miss. We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Mathurin against Wiggins. On the wing, Hawkins. Mitchell outside. Trying to find Hawkins. Gets it to him.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipe. Miles.
And finished off by Siakam.
Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Burks. Here's Mitchell. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Siakam passes to Mathurin. Over in the corner, Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Halliburton inside the three-point line. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. 4-point game. Sinks the triple.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. Halliburton finds Mathurin. Nembhard with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Turner passes to Nembhard. For the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Nembhard's got 6.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
It's good. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from this. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
We got Jaime Jaquez. Mitchell is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's weird.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Up top, McConnell. Covered by Mitchell. Shepard, the pass to Bryant. Shoots a fader, and the basket is good. Bryant's got his first points in this one. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Mitchell with it. Picked up by Shepard. Clock at 4. Here's Highsmith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And so he hits both. Pacers trail by 8. In the corner, it's Toppin. Fires the three. He can't get that one to fall. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Mitchell kicks to Ware. Jaquez outside. They set the pick. Pass to Ware. Kicks it out to Mitchell. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Indiana shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Off the inbound. And it's Toppin laying it in.
Listen, the painted area is where Obi Toppin can be so dangerous. The athleticism and the tools he has. Look out.
To the left wing. Inside. Here's Ware. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 6. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Takes a three. No good that time. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin. And what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Outside Bryant. Back to McConnell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. Miami leading by 9. Outside Robinson. Jovic passes to Robinson. Trains the three-pointer. Robinson's got 6 here in this quarter.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
They get it again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
To the middle. Here's Highsmith. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Aaron Nesmith. Miami shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. 1:12 left in the third. Here's Nesmith. Drills it from outside. Nesmith has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Jovic. Hasn't made one yet.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Pass to Nesmith. Toppin with it. Out to the wing. Here's Shepard. Here's Bryant. McConnell passes to Nesmith. Shoots the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now, here is Robinson. He's guarded close. Over in the corner, Hero. Pass to Robinson. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb. Robinson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Substitution on the court.
Hero, that's a two-pointer. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat lead by 17. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. The Heat leading by 17. To the paint, Halliburton with the steal. Jumps up, throws down the breakaway jam.
Oh, the size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Here's Hero. Rejected by Halliburton. Mathurin with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Here's Siakam. Good.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
Burks looking around. Here's Jovic. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Knocks down the three ball. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Turner with a screen on Hero. And a wide open look for Mathurin. From outside, off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Burks can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, the speed on Halliburton made the difference there. The defense's only option was to foul him.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. The lead now in single digits.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Turner with the steal. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
A skillful move there by Mathurin against the contact, somehow finding a way to get the shot to fall.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Jaquez finds Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Kicks it out to Hero. 6 on the shot clock. Over Halliburton. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's Hockey. And again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. So in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Outside Mathurin. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Back to Halliburton to tie it up. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Oh, what a quick move. Wiggins able to draw the contact. Defender completely off balance.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. Back to Turner. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adebayo.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Now Nembhard pass to Halliburton. Turner with the screen. Nembhard the pass to Halliburton. On the clock. Mathurin for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Hawkins. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Heat lead by 8.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
Shot's good by Turner.
Assisted. Mathurin.
Outside, Hero. Hawkins right side. Back to Hero. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. And so it's Miami winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And so off the tip, it'll be the Heat. Here's Mitchell. A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Herb Jones. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Olynyk in at the center position.
Well, the paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter. Smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Here's Adebayo. Outside Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jaquez. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Olynyk with a screen on Mitchell. Mitchell against McCollum. Outside Murray. Jones sets a screen. Goes up on the wing. Rebound Miami.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Sinks the tray.
And Wiggins is shooting it with confidence, and he's a threat to put up some big numbers.
Lets the three fly. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. There's the drive. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans have gone 1 for 3 so far. Olynyk finds Murray. Connects from downtown.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
The Heat have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Adebayo. Hero on the wing. Back to Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Shot's good by McCollum.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
To the paint. Here's Hero. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's a screen. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
On defense, the Heat. Shot's good by McCollum.
And CJ has such trust in the mechanics of his shot. He gets the ball and is able to drop right into that J.
Jones comes with a double team. And that one is hammered home.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Adebayo finds Jaquez, and Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and That's unfortunate.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Mitchell, the pass to Hero. Back to Mitchell. From deep. Hero, no good. New Orleans leading by 4. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
Yeah, C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in a front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
Burks, he's checked in for Miami.
C.J. operating like a surgeon out there tonight.
Miami has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Mitchell finds Jaquez. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Burks. Outside for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. There's the drive. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 7. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting. McCollum against Mitchell. Pass to Olynyk from behind the arc. He's off on that one. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Long range from the inbound. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And just nails the 3.
C.J. McCollum has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. Back after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Well, one thing standing out right now is just how fearless everybody is in getting to the inside. They're taking advantage of any lane or angle they get to get after it.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Herb Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's C.J. McCollum. New Orleans has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Jaquez against McCollum from deep. Mitchell, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Well, Murray won't let a shot pass him by, so he just goes after the corner 3.
On the wing, Burks. Back to Jaquez. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. On the wing, Jones. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Wiggins. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Stolen by Mitchell. Fast break, Miami. Oh, big time finish by Wiggins.
He's got so much vertical ability. That's easy for Wiggins.
There's McCollum with the 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. play against Burks. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Miami making a switch here.
First team foul. Now in the game, number 7.
Inside. Where? That's good. And now a 4-point Heat lead. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
The drive by Mitchell. Here's Ware. Burks for 3. Offensive rebound. To the left side wing. Adebayo, good look. And finally, they hit one. Adebayo's got 6.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Screen by Olynyk. Jones, the pass to McCollum. Olynyk with the ball. Here's Jones. Just 5 to shoot. No good. And they can't put it into the drought. We've got 1:28 left in the second. Here's Wiggins. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Williamson. Oh, wow! Highlight dunk from Zion.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Now the Pelicans in transition. Alvarado with it. Now Wiggins defending. And the basket by Brown.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Back to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big Bam.
Here's Williamson. And a big-time jam as he slams it right over Adebayo.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Adebayo. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. New Orleans shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Pass to Jovic. Back to Hero. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They've got Tyler Hero. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. New Orleans shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one-of-one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it, right?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Oh, swiped away. Pass to Hero. Fires the three. Hauled in by Brown. New Orleans in the lead. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The shot by Boston, no good. The Heat have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Highsmith passes to Jovic. Now Hero. Alvarado defending. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Has to Ware. They set the screen. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Hero outside. Lets it go from the wing. And Miami again with the bucket.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Now here's Hero. He's covered closely. Down low. Here's Highsmith. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 1-point Pelican lead.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
It's good.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
First team foul.
The Heat have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Hero on the wing. Alvarado defending. Robinson can't hit. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Assist goes to Bruce Brown.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Tipped away. Here's Alvarado. That one's wide left. Heat trail by 5. Has to Ware. Launches it. He buries it from 3. Ware's got 5.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Highsmith passes to Robinson. 52 seconds left in the third. In transition. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Miami making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Robinson Earl's checked in for Zion Williamson. Now here's Rozier. Alvarado defending. Out left to the wing. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Robinson. And the three-pointer goes. Robinson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Alvarado into the lane. An easy 2 on the layup. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Rozier, the pass to Robinson. Back to Rozier. Pass to Robinson. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Robinson's gotten his second bucket.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are all.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
The third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to...
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Miami out in front, up by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Trey Murphy. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Herb Jones. And it's Murray, and it's McCollum at the point guard position. Clock at 4. Here's Adebayo. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Well, Bam Adebayo is so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Fires from deep. Drains the triple.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Miami has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Jones. On the wing, Murray. Left side, Olynyk. McCollum outside from deep three-point land. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jaquez, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Jones with a screen on Mitchell. McCollum, the pass to Jones. Nifty move. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Pass to Jaquez. Burks against Murray. And here's Jaquez. Jones grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 3. Murray with it. Now Wiggins defending. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one. The floater. Mitchell, good. And the Heat lead by 2.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Outside Olynyk to take the lead. Jaquez grabs the board. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Burks passes to Jaquez. Back to Burks. Stolen by Jones. Out to McCollum. Let's go with a 3. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
6 to shoot. With the drive, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How Murphy shoots the ball from behind the arc. These driving lanes from time to time are going to be wide open. That's a nice take by Trey. Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
McCollum drives in. Good on the shot. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Working on Olynyk. And finished off by Adebayo.
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moments.
.55 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to McCollum. Jones sets a screen. McCollum against Mitchell. McCollum's shot is off. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Tyler Heroes checked in for Mitchell. So it's Miami now. Wiggins outside. It's Jaquez on the wing. Outside Burks. Jaquez with a screen on McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Jaquez finds Adebayo. Off target from three-point range. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
.17 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that. They're a huge possession, and he nets it.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one. And that brings him within 2 here. We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Here's Hero. Cash!
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And so the big win by New Orleans in a tight game. And this, all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Brent Bates.
folks, now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Herbert Jones. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center. And for the Pacers, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the point. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
And it's the Pacers' ball. Outside Mathurin, at the top of the key, Turner. And now here comes Jones leading the break. On the wing, Murray. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And this coaching staff wants Murray to be the shot caller. Let him run the pick and roll and just make things happen.
Halliburton, no good. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And here's Halliburton, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Halliburton with the bucket.
For a skinny guy, Halliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Now here's Murray. Pass to McCollum. On the wing, Murray. Pocket 6. Launches it. The Pacers pull it in. Here's Nembhard. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
McCollum against Halliburton. To the inside. Here's Messi. It's tipped. The 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. Pass to Siakam. Stolen by Jones. Fires the 3. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Oh, Turner in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And that's special. Turner knowing ahead of time when to get up for the alley-oop.
Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Halliburton for 3. And Jones pulls it down. New Orleans has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls. They've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
McCollum, no good.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Outside for Halliburton. McCollum passes to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Siakam misses. New Orleans leading by 4. Screen by Jones. On the wing, Murray. Turner covering. It's good.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Mathurin. Shooting foul as the wrist. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen. Triggering a review of the personal foul.
2 shots. Mathurin. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review
the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Here's Misi. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one.
To review the play.
After the review,
He's certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Halliburton in the backcourt. Nemhard to his son. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pass to Halliburton. And the layup falls. Halliburton's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Jones with the screen on Mathurin. Here's Misi. Four on the clock. The shake. He lays it in.
Trey Murphy.
5 points in the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Over McCollum. Nemhard with it. Now defended by McCollum.
And a guy who can get up off the floor. Halliburton will throw one down if you're sleeping.
Here's Misi. Kicks it out to Jones. And stolen by Siakam. Outside Mathurin. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Misi. And the layup's good off the glass. Misi's got 6.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, penciling in 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Turner kicks to Siakam. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Siakam. Over Jones. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Siakam.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
And here is Murray. Nembhard covering. Murray surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Launches a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
From past the arc. Back to Nembhard. Now Siakam. It's deflected. Now here's Jones. Nembhard covering. They set the pick. This one for 3. The rebound by Turner. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. It's a 5-point game. There's 45 seconds left in the first half.
And it's crucial that Turner remains assertive like this because it's how he's going to get these balls.
The Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And the Hornets going with the whole new group out there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pacers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
4th team foul.
That's good from Halliburton. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Screen by Olynyk. Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Halliburton. And here they come. Here's Mathurin. The shot's good.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Alvarado with it. He's against Turner. And the basket by Alvarado.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Mathurin. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. They've got Jose Alvarado. Olynyk is out there with Brown. And it's Boston in at the 2-guard spot. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bryant.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Brown finds Olynyk. Pass to Alvarado, and stolen by McConnell. And here is Nesmith. And he drives in. Back to McConnell. 6 to shoot. And the shot goes in.
Works that one inside nicely.
The Pelicans shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Here's Alvarado. He's covered by McConnell. And timeout called by Willie Green. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Pelicans making a change. Williamson's checked in. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Brown the pass to Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. That ties the game.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. On the wing, Brown. Neesmith covering. Jacks up a 3. Williamson. The rebound by Shepard. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
First team foul.
Neesmith with the ball. For the lead. Rebound by Olynyk.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the wing right side.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Chapman against Williamson. Pass to Alvarado. And stolen by McConnell. Into the lane. Yep, it counts. McConnell's got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana. And so here is New Orleans. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
And staying while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
That's a terrific assessment. And it's Bryant missing. Pelicans trail by 3. And here's Olynyk from the arc. The three-pointer is right on target. Olynyk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bryant with a screen for Shepard. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Brown outside. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
Taking 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
On the wing, Mathurin. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Left side, Turner. 5 to shoot, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Olynyk is checked in for the Pelicans. New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. McCollum's got 6.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Mathurin with a screen on Jones. Siakam passes to Halliburton. Will it go? And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That's pretty.
C.J. McCollum.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Now McCollum fires from deep. Outside for Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by McCollum. On the wing, Turner. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New Orleans. One-on-one fast break. Here's Messi. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Plays it up and takes it in. And that's 12 points for Siakam.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Jones sets the pick for McCollum. Pass to Jones. Inside. Murray, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Mathurin for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Now just a 1-point Pelican lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Nembhard. And he finishes nicely on the wing.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And he gets the bucket.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Down low, Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
They set the pick. There's the 3. Here's Messi. Tries again. Unloads. And they recover it. Here's McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it again. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now, here's Halliburton. Over in the corner, Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Nembhard. Over McCollum.
Well, McCollum's speed can make him tough to shake as a defender. He's able to just stay in front of you and contest the shot.
There's the pick. It falls.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Nembhard with it. Knocked away. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And timeout called by Willie Green. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Attention fans. Now on the court is your Light Squad. Get loud. Stand up and make some noise. Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Got a hand on it. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the center position. Sinks it from distance.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Burks. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ware. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, we just got to stay on him at the arc, on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders a slip. So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness. He is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Back to Nembhard. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
To the paint. Here's Hero. The rebound by Turner.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Beyond the arc. The baseline J is on the way. Siakam, no good.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Yep, that one's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Nembhard. Three-pointer, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. On the wing, Matherin. Pass to Turner. Siakam with it. The 3 is up. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins.
Pacers ball.
Pacers trail by 4. Halliburton outside. He drops it from range.
Halliburton showing you a lot of confidence in his three-point stroke. That's something he's worked on.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's Wiggins on the wing. Back to Hero. And that one is stuffed right through.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Inside, tipped. And they're on the break. Here's Wiggins. Oh, he just slams it right over Pascal Siakam.
Making the impossible look easy. Wiggins with the great creativity in the air. He typically hangs in the air a little longer than the average bird, though.
Here's Turner. Outside Matherin. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Back to Matherin. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And then Turner with the dunk.
Hey, that was an announcement dunk from Turner there. Going up with force and throwing that thing down.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero with the bucket.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Turner finds Siakam. Turner in the high post. Working on Adebayo. And then Turner with the dunk.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
Pass to Wiggins. Hero outside. Fires the 3. The shot no good. Tie game. And some big points being put on the board as we wrap up the first. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
And let's take a look at Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo, Mitchell out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Jaquez in at the 4. Wiggins against Halliburton. To the inside, deflects the pass. Oh, stolen by Turner. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Indiana shooting their first free throw of the game here. Well, the first 7.5 seasons of Pascal Siakam's career were in Toronto. But Clark, a fresh start here with the Pacers.
You know, it's great for the Indiana Pacers because Pascal Siakam wanted to be part of this group. He saw a nucleus of young talent that had a chance to be competitive in the East and chase the championship. So he signed a nice big contract this summer to remain a key contributor for them moving forward. Actually, he'll be the hub of the wheel along with Tyrese Halliburton. Really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
Here's Halliburton. He's got 7. Turner passes to Siakam. Turner, a screen on Jaquez. The drive by Siakam. And Siakam with the jam.
Wow. Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
Adebayo finds Mitchell. On the wing, Burks. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Siakam, pass to Halliburton. Now Nembhard. The 3. The rebound by Burks. Adebayo against Siakam. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, 3-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
Back to Wiggins. Outside Mitchell. It's Jaquez on the wing. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Turner finds Halliburton. Matherin with the ball. He gets it in there. And the Pacers lead by 4.
And Matherin is an impressive scorer. Skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim. He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Turner, a screen on Mitchell for 3. Mathurin, count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
He'll mix one in here and there. Mathurin stretches the floor that way, making the defense respect his 3-ball.
Hawkins, the pass to Mitchell. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter. Pass to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Oh, and Turner with a block.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner, hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
3-pointer, Halliburton. Rebound, Miami. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's supreme court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill, feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Ware. Heat trail by 4. Outside Robinson. Pass to Ware. Outside Jaquez. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jaquez has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Turner inside. Gets a very good look and converts. Turner's got 12 points in the game.
Turner is very comfortable letting it go from there. A dependable scorer from the mid-range.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Hero. Left side Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Outside Jaquez. Here's Highsmith. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Highsmith for 3.
Turner with it. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Miles Turner making highlights for Indiana. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Miles Turner really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Top it out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Shepard in at the 2. That's the group for Rick Carlisle getting going here in the second half. McConnell against Robinson. Pass to Ware. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Hero, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's the break. Now here's Nesmith. And here's Toppin. Jaquez covers. McConnell against Hero. McConnell, good. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead.
Sometimes when you've got that much room, you can't resist doing something special.
It's Jaquez on the wing. Back to Hero. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
McConnell from outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. And for the Heat, their shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Pass to Jaquez. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Bryant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bryant's got his first points of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Down low. Here's Jaquez. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Toppin with it. Bryant a screen on Jaquez. Toppin. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jaquez, the pass to Hero. To the paint. Here's Highsmith. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Highsmith's got 5.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Here's Shepard. And so they foul intentionally. So for Miami, Jovic, he's checked in for Jaquez. And Mitchell subbed in for Hero.
In for the Heat, Jovic, Davion Mitchell.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And Bryant gets it to go.
Nice sequence off the inbound. Ball movement and player movement, creating the good look.
Pass to Mitchell. There's a screen. Here's Ware. 5 to shoot. Back to Mitchell. To the middle. Ware, that's good. He has 6.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Takes a step back. Over to the wing. McConnell passes to Bryant. Back to McConnell. Over Mitchell. McConnell's shot is off. The Heat with the lead. Pass to Robinson from deep. Here's Highsmith. Here's Ware. 6 points for him. Here's the 3. And it's Highsmith missing. The Pacers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Bryant finds McConnell. Driving inside. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Highsmith passes to Jovic. The 3 from Mitchell. The rebound by Shepard.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
3-pointer. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Robinson into the lane. The rebound by Nesmith. In transition, here they come. Here's Shepard. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Adebayo. Oh, it's good! He hit it!
A huge 3 allows them to snatch the lead heading into the final quarter.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Miami out. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth quarter. Jovic and Bam play together inside. Alec Burks is out there with Davion Mitchell. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. The 3 from Mitchell. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 5.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
And Alec Burks gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. A 3 from the inbound. And Matherin gets it to go on the assist by Turner.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Mitchell, the pass to Jovic. Pass to Burks. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's Matherin. We'll bring it up for Indiana. To the inside. Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, when Turner gets it rolling now, he can be a dominant scorer.
Adebayo against Turner. Adebayo, a screen on Matherin. Back to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
There's a screen by Turner. Siakam, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Halliburton with a steal. Nembhard with it. Now Burks defending. And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A different look for Miami. Jaquez comes in for Jovic, and Tyler Hero subbed in for Mitchell. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Appreciate the report, Allie. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And then Siakam with the jam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam. Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Siakam gets it to go.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Heat trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Burks. It's Jaquez on the wing. Here's Adebayo. And there it is for him.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Turner, a screen on Wiggins. Turner in the high post. Up top, Nembhard. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. It's stolen. Back to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Turner stepping up big, showing you some composure and leadership there.
Now here's Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Slane and Lane all coming. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
Nembhard. Offline with a 3.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And it's Indiana's ball. On the wing, Matherin. From the arc. A rebound by Wiggins. So it's Miami now. Adebayo from long range. And they get it back. Burks passes to Adebayo. Adebayo sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's good!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
9 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Turner. Let's go with a 3. This is the tray. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. And this was it. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce.